talking about improving your hip extension and your anterior pelvic tilt. Your anterior pelvic tilt is not just caused by tight hip flexors or tight quads, it's caused by many things. One of the biggest things is how well you stabilize your pelvis, and how well you stabilize your pelvis is really dependent on how well you can stabilize your lower back and trunk under load. If the first thing you do under load is extend your spine because you lack stability, your hips will also tilt to accommodate that. So we don't necessarily want to be doing that that often in our loaded movement if we want better energy transfer and fewer miles on our joints. So we're going to show you an exercise to improve that. This is a standard dead bug, but we're going to do it on a bench, and the reason that we would do it on a bench today is so that we can achieve full hip extension out of it. Cassie, go ahead and show them what it looks like here. I want to make sure that Cassie has a really good brace here, and the one thing that she cannot have happen is extension at her lower back. If she extends her lower back in this drill, it's almost pointless to do. So we're going to make sure that she has a really solid rib cage over pelvis position, which if we drew parallel lines here should look kind of like this, not like this, if that makes sense. Go ahead, Cassie. She's going to go through a little bit of a range of motion, and she's going to go as far to the ground as she can, hopefully achieving full hip extension. This is really going to train her to move her joints off of a stable base, which is the whole intent of a dead bug where either arms or legs are moving from. We're going to get her to her end range. We're actually going to have her pause right there and have her own that position. This should be challenging for her, and this should be the hardest portion of the drill. Go ahead and bring it back up, Cassie. Good. Now, obviously, you could just bounce in between reps. Go ahead and go up and down like a few times, Cassie. Just kind of go up and down, up and down. This is a very common way that people do this. The problem is that people do this and all of the movement comes from their lower back and their spine. So we don't want that to happen. We would much rather see you do 1 or 2, maybe 3 really high quality reps, owning the bottom position, and then come off tension and go practice the movement that you're actually trying to do that day, whether it's a squat, deadlift, overhead press, or what have you. What do you think about that one, Cassie?
Just a reminder when you're doing bracing drills to make sure that you can breathe, right? We're not trying to make people masters at dead bugs, so we just want you to be able to feel what the drill is intended to express, and then we want you to own those positions and move well and then transfer it to your loaded movements. So if you're just trying to win it over and just trying to crunch as much as you can and trying to just go to the opposite extreme of extension, which is lumbar flexion, and just flexing into it using superficial musculature, then take a step back, just do a regular dead bug and own that start position well with an optimal brace while still being able to breathe through it.
Really exciting announcement for you guys. This coming February, we have a week-long event where we're bringing in 40 plus industry experts on strength, therapy, biomechanics, nutrition, sports science, and many other topics related to effective coaching and programming for the first time in what we're calling the Kabuki Education Week. This will be an awesome opportunity to get CEUs through the NSCA as well as expand your own knowledge base. Now, between now and New Year's, you can get 50% off registration as an early bird offer, or you could potentially get a Christmas gift for a friend or a family member. Sign up now via the link in our bio.